Good morning, students. Today I am going to discuss with you the third type of diagrammatic presentation of a data, that is arithmetic line graph or time series graph. Well, children, before I tell you how to construct a arithmetic line graph, let me tell you what is arithmetic line graph or time series graph. So, children, when a set of statistical data are presented on a graph paper, it is called a graph. Means when a given data is been presented on a graph paper, we say it's a graph. Now, presenting the data on a graph paper, we get different points. When we present the data on a graph paper, we get a different points. And each point corresponds to a value of a statistical series. Means it gives a value of a statistical series, and by joining these points we get a line which shows how a variable tends to change, and each point on the line corresponds to an arithmetic value of the variable. So children, a graph showing arithmetic values of a variable is called arithmetic line graph. And such graphs are constructed to present time series data. That is a data relating to different weeks, months or the years. So such graph is also known as time series graph. Now children, this arithmetic line graph or a time series graph are of two types. They can be constructed in two ways. One is one variable graph, or the next is two or more than two variable graphs. So we will be discussing each one of them. The first is one variable graph. When we talk about one variable graph, then these are those graphs in which values of only one variable are shown with respect to some time period. Now, to make it more clear to you, I have given you an example, and with the help of this example, I will explain you what is one variable graph or how this one variable graph is been constructed. Now, children, if you see, there is a data which goes like this, like you have a data of a production of, let's say, wheat in million tons. So in this data, I have given you year and the years along with the production of wheat in terms of million tons in the different years. So if we start from 2012, and in 2012 the production of wheat was 5 million tons. In 2013 it was 8 million tons. Similarly 2014, 15, 16, 17 and 18 when the production of wheat was 22 million tons. Now we are going to express this data on a graph. It can also be constructed on a plain sheet also. So let's see how we construct this one variable graph. Now if you see the diagram of one variable graph, on the x-axis over here we have the year, that is from 2012 to 2018. On the y-axis we have a production of wheat in terms of million tons. Now children, if you all see that in the year 2012 the production of wheat is 5 million tons. So what we have done it, we have made a point over there on 5. Similarly in 2013 a point on 8 is been made. Similarly in 2014 again a point on 13 million tons has been made, and like this 2016, 17 and 2018 a point on 22 million tons has been made. Now the next thing what has been done, that with the help of a scale these points are being joined together, and if you see the graph you will find that from 2012 the production of wheat has been increasing from 5 million tons it has increased to 8 million tons, then to 13 million tons, then in 2015 to 16 million tons, but then in 2016 20, but in 2017 the production of wheat has come down from 20 million tons to 17 million tons, and again in 2018 it has increased to 22 million tons. So children, this is how you can construct a time series graph, that is the one variable graph. Now the next comes the two or more than two variable graph. Now when we talk about two or more than two variable graph, under this, these are those graphs in which values of two or more than two variables are simultaneously shown with respect to some period of a time. Means the two variables are shown simultaneously, of course with respect to the time period which has been given. So here also I have taken one example to make the things more clear for you, and this example is, if you see the data, I have taken the example of years we have, and we have a two variable, that is export and import, that is export also in 1000 crore, import also in 1000 crore. Now the year is from 2009 to 2010. In the data I have shown you the export is 106,000 crore and import in 2009 and 10 is 123,000 crore. Similarly, I have given the data of 2010 and 11, then 2011 and 12. Similarly, 2012, 13, and the last one is 2013 and 14, where your export is 209,000 crore and import is 245,000 crores. Now, when we plot these data on our time series graph, then you can see the diagram over here, that again on the x-axis you have the year, that is 2009 to 10, then 10 to 11, 11 to 12, 12 to 13, and similarly from 13 to 14. And on the y-axis we have shown both export and import in 1000 crore. Now what has been done? If you see, from 2009 and 10, our export we have taken the two colors over here, red and blue, as red is symbolizing the export and blue is with the import, to differentiate the two variables. So in 2009 and 10 we have made a point on 106, because on 2009 and 10 the export is 106,000 crore with a red, and import is 123,000 crore. Similarly for 2010 and 11, again the point for export and import has been done. Same goes for 2011 and 12, then 2012 and 13, where your export is 203,000 crore and import is 231,000 crore. And then in 2013 and 14, again the export has been shown with 209,000 crore and import with 245,000 crores. And then what has been done? Then these points are being joined together with a different color. Now if you see, you can see this time series graph shows you that in which year the export is increasing or the import is increasing, or the export has decreasing with the previous year in comparison, or the import has been decreased with the previous year in comparison, or it has been increased. So this is how a time series graph has been constructed to show the two or more than two variable